It is week 9 of revolutionary Europe, and we continue our exploration of the evolution of the power of Napoleon. At the same time, my Vivid Voltage cards have finally arrived. You might just be able to see the Elite Trainer box creeping out there. We're not opening that this week, but what we do have is a complete set of booster back cards. What this means, somewhere in here, for either the first years or the third years, there is a guaranteed hyper rare pull, which means a performance for one of you guys. We don't know which year group it's going to come out in, but we're going to have a lot of fun finding out where that performance is going to come up. So let's get underway, and we'll start off with the first pack. We're going to do this Zarude pack first. There we go. There's Zarude, and we can kick off with... that's appropriate. Grass Energy for Zarude. Maybe the Zarude card will be in there. That'll be a treat. So, this week, Napoleon. I should say, this is the first time I'm opening these cards. So, these are all new to me. Napoleon's journey. We picked it up last week where he was sort of one of the main beneficiaries of the sort of the aftermath of the Terror and the White Terror. We talked about his ascendance to power and some of the ways in which he consolidated his power from a cultural perspective, using sort of state-approved art to convey a certain narrative of his authority. We'll be seeing a lot more Napoleonic paintings as we go through, but really what we're focusing on this week is some of Napoleon's military campaigns. We'll be thinking both about how he establishes his reputation as a military genius, but we'll also be thinking about some of the ways in which he was serving to shape Europe. I think I mentioned last week that lots of people conflate Napoleon's French Empire as a sort of a proto-working example of what the European Union could have been. Obviously, they're not quite the same things, but that idea of sort of an integrated political system all the way across Europe, that's a shiny Pinocchio, or I forget how you pronounce his name. Doesn't really matter. Executor. Okay, I think that's the last one. Okay, well, it was a grass type to finish on the grass energy in a Zarude pack, so that's all right, not a problem. So yeah, I mean, we'll talk more about the political systems that Napoleon's introducing as we go through next week's session. What we're concentrating on this week is sort of how he gets to a point where he can start bringing in those political reforms and start putting all of his family members on the thrones of these respective European states. Lightning energy, let's hope it electrifies this card pull. More Moo cheese, so much Moo cheese. One of the things we'll be looking at, and it's shown over there, the sort of the aftermath of the Battle of Austerlitz. Napoleon is associated with many great military victories, but of course from a British perspective, we're perhaps much more familiar with things like the Battle of Trafalgar and the Battle of Waterloo. Trafalgar is one of those interesting ones that's often presented as Nelson's victory over this guy, where is he? This guy over here, over Napoleon. But of course Napoleon was nowhere near Trafalgar. This was a naval battle. A few days after Trafalgar, Napoleon scores what is arguably one of the greatest on land military victories, Little Riolo. Ooh, that's pretty. Delmies, I do like Delmies. And we've got something. It's Leon! Oh, excellent. Oh, we like Leon, the champion himself. Shiny full art Leon. Excellent, excellent. See, I knew it. I don't think that's no, it's not a secret rare. So this guy's first years, this is just a bonus reading for you guys, which I will relish providing for you. But it's not a performance piece, but it's still a pretty good card. We're very happy with that. And the next thing, the last pack, because we would just keep pulling cards until we got a good one, but that's a good one in pack 2. We'll take that. 1, 2, 3, 4. What else have we got coming out? Yeah, so the Battle of Austerlitz, one of the greatest military victories on mainland. Ooh, rocky helmet, useful. We'll go through these fairly quickly. But we don't talk about it much here because, of course, it's not a great British military victory. We focus much more on Trafalgar for perhaps obvious, more propaganda-based reasons, and that's not a problematic thing. It's just worth acknowledging. So we'll pick apart the details of some of Napoleon's battles. We'll also think about some of the ways in which they were commemorated, and that includes some of the monumental culture that we saw in our session last week. Some of those great monuments built out of cannons, for instance. Well, those cannons come from this particular battle. Belgium passing through. So yeah, it will set us up to a point in the narrative where Napoleon is the main political force. I think that takes us through. Yeah, okay. It was unlikely that we're going to get another good set because I'm trying to take these in order. But full art, shiny Leon. Happy with that. Okay. So yeah, it'll take us through to a point where Napoleon is the main power player in European politics. The French armies are dominating the European political landscape. The geographical landscape, which sets France up to dominate the political landscape as we go into next week's session. But that's where we'll leave it today, guys. That's a great card. That is going to give us some additional reading, which I hope you enjoy almost as much as I'm going to enjoy this card. It's a great start. We'll look forward to seeing you for the third video a little bit later on. I'll see you in class on Tuesday. All right, enjoy Monday.